Namaste. This video is about Rahu Ketu transit 2020 and its effect on the 12 signs. The shadow planets Rahu and Ketu will be transiting to the sign Taurus and Scorpio from Gemini and Sagittarius respectively on 23rd of September 2020. They both will remain there for 18 months, that is until 12th of April 2022. Unlike other planets, Rahu and Ketu do not have a physical existence. They are in reality the northern and southern lunar nodes, respectively, the point that intersect the orbits of the sun and the moon. Hence, they are referred as Chaya Graha. Chaya means shadow, Graha means planets. So, they are called as Chaya Graha, the shadow planets. These entities indicates the past life karma and also how one experiences it in the present life. While they wield a powerful impact on human lives, they are considered as the most malefic in Vedic astrology. So Rahu is capable of generating interest in worldly affairs, worldly matters, worldly comforts, materialistic pursuits, while Ketu is totally opposite to him. He gives charitable instinct, spiritual pursuits, interest in all those in these areas, spiritual pursuits, charitable interest, because he is called as Jnana Karaka. Both these planets can alter the way one thinks and perceives when they occupy dominating position in the birth chart. As told by me in the previous video, the transit is just a triggering point to bring out the result. It is the individual chart plays a very important role in bestowing the result what you are experiencing in your life. Let us see which houses these planets are going to trigger for each sign. Aries, Rahu will be transiting to the second house while Ketu will be transiting to the 8th house from your moon sign. The second house indicates wealth, family, speech and the food we eat and so on. Whereas 8th house indicates unexpected gains, transformation, changes, inheritance, legacy, subordinates and the support we get from others, hard work, obstacles and so many other significations are there, or these are the very main important signification of the 8th house. So Rahu transiting in the second house will of course make you earn good money because he is a planet of materialistic pursuits. So here he will help you to earn money. At the same time, you have to be cautious about your wealth you have accumulated because it may go towards a wasteful expenditure because Rahu is an illusionary planet, so he may misguide you in doing some wasteful expenses. So you have to be very careful while you deal with money in this period. In the name of expanding your property, you may get into some trouble. So don't make any hasty decisions. Think prudently and then act. In this position, you may also have to spend some quality time with your family members and loved ones. Words are very, very important. You may have to use positive words. You should not use any harsh words while speaking with others or with your family members. That could create some kind of problems. So always use positive words and soft words. And health wise, don't overlook your health issues, particularly your eyes. Aries people are very foodie. They love hot and spicy food, so you may get tempted towards eating. So beware of your food habits. That is very important during this transit. That can bring some kind of stomach related ailments to you. So beware of your eating habits. Beware your thinking may be clouded by illusion. So please take care to avoid such deceptive thoughts. Unexpected gains is possible, like inheritance or legacy. It may look like your subordinates are helping you, but in reality it may not look so. So be careful while interacting with your subordinates in your workplace. Ketu's transit into Scorpio, the 8th house from your moon sign. This is not considered very favorable position for Ketu. This transit may especially not favor the prosperity of any of your partners, whether it is life partner or business partner. The growth in the wealth of your life partner may not be significant during this time frame. So do not expect much of monetary support from your partner. Some of you may be facing unnecessary inherences, no? But they can also make you more spiritual in nature and make you evolve much during this period. You ought to be careful about your anger. You may tend to get involved in heated arguments in workplace, so be cautious. Already your subordinates will not be very cooperative, so maintain harmony. This can, because why I am saying this, because it can spoil your reputation, bring down your reputation and respect that you earned in the profession over a period of time. You may not also be able to expect the unusual cooperation from your workplace. Superficially, you may have some kind of cooperation, but in reality, it will not be there. Monetary growth and prosperity and stability in finance may not be there as you expect. So, do not think of relying on any unexpected source of income, as they may prove counterproductive. Do not also expect to inherit any property or money during this transit. You cannot rely on your spouse's wealth or business partner. This transit of Ketu in the 8th house is going to be really spiritually inclined. You may have some pilgrimages, or this is the right time for you to finish off the oaths you have done in the past for your Kula Devata or your family deity, or whichever god you have done an oath or promise. This is the right time to do that, complete it. So don't worry about the 8th house Ketu. This is going to bring a lot of changes and transformations in your life. This is the right time for you to incline towards spiritual pursuits. Taurus, Rahu will be transiting in the 1st house while Ketu will be transiting in the 7th house from Taurus, that is your moon sign. The 1st house indicates self-appearance, characteristics and overall life, whereas the 7th house denotes spouse, marriage, business partners and partnership. So during this transit, Rahu will be now transiting in your own moon sign, that is Taurus. This may be the time when you will be required to be meticulous in both your attitude and behavior in general. You may have to resist your temptation to act in deceitful way towards others, and also resort to unfair means for acquiring name and fame in friends, social, familial and professional circles. It would help if you also take good care of your body and mental disposition. Health-wise, some of you may have to be required to pay special attention to your head region or the organs therein. Your ability to learn new things and to tackle new situations have to remain up to the mark. Also, see to that you have sense of awareness about the world and life remains intact, and so you remain wisdom in this transit period. A few of you may turn a bit egoistic. This might come as a sorrow and weakness. Overall, you have to make sure that your life in general remains happy and prosperous, being very positive and cheerful. Ketu's transit into Scorpio, the 7th house from your moon sign, Taurus. So this is a time or need of the hour to maintain harmony and happy relationship. Remain calm, especially with your spouse. Do not argue. Unwanted arguments will come up during this period, so it is advisable to remain calm. Don't prove that you are right during this time, because later it will make you regret very badly and deeply. You may be required to settle the issues with your spouse as calmly as possible. So try to stay cool in this period. For business people, you have to remain cautious and respect all the transactions that you do with your partner and his opinions. The concord between business partners too may need some further refinement. You cannot also expect to be very prosperous in foreign lands or overseas projects. Also make sure that you exercise a fair sense of discrimination between right and wrong and have sound control over it during the entire period of this transit. Gemini. Rahu will be transiting in the 12th house while Ketu will be transiting in the 6th house from your moon sign Gemini. The 12th house indicates moksha, spiritual emancipation, sleep, charity, investments, expenses, confinement, so on and so forth. The 6th house denotes aspects like selfless service, day-to-day activities, professional cures, obligatory duties, health, etc. Rahu's transit to the 12th house from your moon sign Gemini may signal mixed results for you. You may find clarity in your thoughts as opposed to confusion which might have existed earlier, whereas there are chances for few of you to leave your motherland and heading towards foreign countries. However, you may have problems related to sleep and this might affect your health. So, do some chanting before you go to sleep. You may also be tempted towards making investments that you feel as smart, but remember, it can be merely an illusionary transactions or investments. Be prudent while investing. Some of you may receive gifts from foreigners with whom you are acquainted. Doing charity during this period is very, very important and you will do that. Donation and philanthropical act will be very natural during this period. So participate in that and accumulate good karma. Few of you may get involved in some secret or hidden activities, but this may end up only affecting your reputation and social status in public life. So be aware of your actions. Do not unnecessarily involve in any kind of illegal activities. The best advice for you during this period would be to remain as transparent as possible. As far as health is concerned, please do take care of your health, especially your ankle and feet. Ketu is transiting to Scorpio, that is 6th house from your moon sign. This is considered as a favorable position for Ketu. 6th house is a good position, but here he may bring some kind of health issues. Even though it is a good position, there could be some health issues regarding your stomach or a lower part of the body. You have to be careful about it. You may get into kind of unwanted entanglements, so stay away from any kind of disputes. Some may experience fitness concern which may even medical specialists may not be able to diagnose precisely. You may focus your attention mainly on your navel region, stomach, intestine, urinary infections. Ketu's transit in Scorpio, the 6th house from your moon sign. 6th house is a welcoming position for Ketu, but here for your sign Gemini, he might bring some kind of minor health issues. You need to have more attention towards your health. Some entanglement with legal problems will also happen. So you have to solve those issues without others' help. So main concern is medical fitness, like health fitness, which even medical specialists may not be able to diagnose precisely. So it is suggested that medically you may focus your attention mainly on your navel region, that is stomach, intestine, and also urinary infections are possible. And your career might also witness some kind of frictions and hazels. As far as the day-to-day activities are concerned, you might not have the usual peace at work. So it would be wise to move smoothly with others as far as the professional sphere is concerned. Impediments and delays may be there even on the way to your progress in your life. Some of you may become more doubtful and suspicious during this period. This could spoil your relationship with others. This may also tarnish your image. Overall, you might tend to be more spiritually inclined than seeking material pleasures during this transit time. Cancer. Rahu will be transiting the 11th house and Ketu will be transiting to the 5th house from your moon sign Cancer. The 11th house indicates profit, income from your profession, elder siblings, friends, social circle, and fulfillment of desires. The 5th house denotes like romance, intelligence, children, creativity, speculation, etc. Rahu transit into the Taurus, the 11th house from your moon sign, is likely to work to your advantage. This is a good position for Rahu and he is going to bring a lot of favorable result. You may hope for profits and gains from various sources, even from your investments which happened last transit. During the last transit, you may see good profit through that. You will maintain good relationship with your elder siblings. If you had any bad relationship earlier, this time it is going to set right. This transit is going to set right the relationship with your siblings and even with your friends, and you will your social circle will expand and you will have a lot of friends supporting you. You may also get help from strangers during this period. There are also good possibility that you would befriend people and make acquaintance from foreign land. If you are waiting for a recognition from your authority or government, this may work out well for you now. Rahu is very favorable for that. You may participate in competition and win awards and prizes. This transit may fill your life with material opulence and success and make you feel that your desire is getting fulfilled or nearing your desire. Therefore, this transit is in favor of you, so make the best use of this transit and work towards your material goals. Ketu's transit to Scorpio, that is the 5th house from your moon sign. This is somewhat challenging period, but Rahu's 11th house will balance it. You may find that you're reaping the result for past deeds. The romance or the marriage side is not very favorable. Your relationship with your children will not be good, or you may have some kind of concern about your children. Try to show more love and care towards your partner and your children during this time. Be understanding with them. This will help you to maintain harmonious relationship at home. Sometimes you may not be acting intelligent. That may bring some kind of dip in your progress. Don't ever try any speculative gains. This is not the right time. Ketu will not support any speculative gains, so stay away from speculative gains. So coming to health needs to be caution. You need to have caution about your health. You may have to be more careful about your heart, spinal areas. Have your blood work done. Check your cholesterol and sugar. This is the time where Ketu can trigger some kind of health issues related to blood. Students have to be more focused. So Ketu here can distract in your education. So be focused and perform well in your education. This is the right time for you to involve in spiritual activities, chant a lot of mantras so that you become very spontaneous and intelligent in making your decisions. Leo. Rahu will be transiting to the 10th house from your moon sign, while Ketu will be transiting to the 4th house from your moon sign, Leo. The 10th house indicates like profession, actions in the society, social status, success, authority, public life, and 4th house indicates mother, comforts, land, property, etc. Rahu is transiting to the 10th house from your moon sign, Leo. You may experience a sound working ambience, and this may enable you to work to your full, and even unseen potential will come out during this period. Some of you may also hope to get good news on the professional front, like hikes, promotion, and propitious transfer. In general, this is going to be a good time for you with respect to profession. Some of you may show interest in activities that contribute to material success. Your social status will improve. You may gain in terms of leadership and authority. Your qualities in those areas will increase. So people in high position, you are likely to go more higher than what you are now. Make use of this Rahu transit for that. Your hard work will be paid now. A lot of increase in social status, a lot of recognition from authorities, and monetary benefits are there from this Rahu transit. So your hard work is going to get materialized. Your past accomplishments also will get due recognition, and you may receive awards for the same. Ketu is going to transit to the 4th house from your moon sign, Leo. There could be some uncomfortable times in store for you during this transit. It can make sense if you manage to bring in more harmony in bonding with your relatives and with family members. Try to maintain harmonious relationship with your mother and take her blessings. Mother's health may cause some concern. On the other side, on the positive side, she may show more spiritual interest and participate in religious activities. Word of caution is that do not have any impulsive real estate transactions like selling or buying. Ketu can bring a loss in property dealings while his chain is 4th house. Your vehicles may also pose some maintenance problems. You may have expenses through vehicles or house repair. That is also possible during this Ketu period. Your expenses will go towards repairing the houses or vehicles. Those who are waiting, the students who are waiting for entering into a renowned university or institution of your choice, this is the right time. You will get good opportunity. Overall, this will make you remain satisfied and contented, but with some discomfort in your health. Rahu will be transiting to the 9th house and Ketu will be in the 3rd house from your moon sign Virgo. The 9th house denotes father, ancestors, fortune, righteousness and long travel. And the 3rd house indicates courage, communication, younger brother and short trips. Rahu in the 9th house from moon is not a welcoming position for Rahu. This could be little testing time for you. You have to maintain good rapport with your father or fatherly figure. His health can cause some concern to you. Also, you have to maintain harmonious relationship with elders and seek their blessings. This is the best time for you to do that. And visiting gurus, spiritual gurus and taking blessings is also very important during this transit to get it or to protect yourself from the negative effect of Rahu in the 9th house. Do not disrespect any elders in the family. Your relationship with your boss in the office may not be very smooth, so it is better to keep calm and stay away from unwanted arguments with him to maintain a good relationship or to strengthen your bondage with him. Luck and fortune too is not very favorable. This is the time for you to stay disciplined, ethical and moral in whatever you do. Be honest in your thought and also in your actions. That will help you to sail through this transit of Rahu in the 9th house. So be in prayers, seek more help from God, get involved in religious practices. And the best thing about Rahu's 9th house, you may have foreign travels or get advantages from foreign countries. You may also learn different language during this Rahu period in the 9th house. Ketu transit into Scorpio, the 3rd house from your moon sign, Virgo, is a good position for Ketu. 3rd house is a very good position for Ketu. So this will make you involved in a lot of spiritual activities. You may also be inclined towards astrology and psychology and any form of art. But there may be some dip in your courage levels, so you may require to work on this front very cautiously. There are chances of misunderstanding during your interaction with others. Please do think before you speak. Try to be precise in your communication. This can help you to avoid any unnecessary gap in this regard. You may also be required to smoothen the relationship with your younger siblings, as this may not be very harmonious. Also be careful with your neighbors. There could be some kind of misunderstanding with your neighbors. Short travels are possible and will be fruitful. Some of you may have religious travel as well. Your faith in God will increase during this time of Ketu's transit in the 3rd house, which will help you to become very successful in whatever you take up and move towards your ambition and goal. Libra, Rahu will be transiting to the 8th house while Ketu is in the 2nd house from Libra. Both the positions are not good for these lunar nodes. The 8th house indicates unexpected gains, legacy, inheritance, mysticism, hindrance, subordinates and support. While the 2nd house indicates wealth, bank balance, family, food, speech, eyesight, etc. Rahu transit into Taurus. that is the 8th house from your moon sign. More of unfavorable results possible during this transit of Rahu in the 8th house. Stay strong in your mind as you may be facing some hindrances on the way to your progress. This could be the right time to take your self-confidence to the next level. It will help you to march towards success. It may not look like hard work is really working out for you now. Nevertheless, do not get disheartened. Do not expect some sudden wealth or gain during this period. You may require to be more careful regarding your safety while traveling. You may face a little bit of minor incidences like accident or fractures in this period where Rahu is staying in the 8th house. There are unexpected problems from unknown people is likely, so stay away from unknown people. Your subordinates may not be cooperative, so stay calm and cool in your work areas as well. But this is the right time for you to evolve well in spirituality. If you are into research, this is the right time. Make use of this 8th house Rahu to do some research or deep learning. That will help you to progress well in your life. Ketu's transit into Scorpio, the 2nd house from your moon sign Libra. The caution for this transit is your words. Be careful about how you speak, as any indiscretion can spoil the harmony in your relationship with others. The family sphere is where you may have to focus on, as discords are possible there now. Things can work out well here if you start spending more quality time with your family members. Your family's support could prove to be a source of confidence and motivation for you in this transit of Ketu in the 2nd house. So please remember that and maintain harmonious relationship with your family members. Also try to think more about saving money and accumulating wealth, as these can be uncertain times as far as your assets and bank balance are concerned. You might also be prone to some disorder or problems related to eyes. So stay alert. Avoid using mobile phones or any gadgets in that matter. Students are advised to take studies very seriously, as this Ketu in the 2nd house may make you distract and deviate from your academic pursuits. Scorpio, Rahu will be transiting the 7th house while Ketu will be transiting to your own sign Scorpio. The 7th house indicates spouse, marriage, business partners and partnership. The 1st house indicates self, appearance, intention, attitude and knowledge, and overall life, of course. Rahu's transit into Taurus, that is the 7th house from your moon sign Scorpio, may require you to be very extremely careful in relationship around you, especially with spousal relationship. There could be minor problems or misunderstandings with your partner. Make sure this does not come as a setback in your professional life. Avoid heated arguments with your spouse at any cost, and instead try to be fallback on the love, affection and care that you always have towards your partner. Your business may witness sudden flourish, but there could also be equally sudden downfall. So please ensure that the business venture is stable. You may also have to be careful regarding your business transactions and do not take things for granted. Exercise caution while dealing with others, as the degree of rapport may not be there right now in this transit. Be careful regarding your possessions. It may not be easy to recover lost things, and you may lose your valuables during the stay of Rahu in the 7th house. Few of you may, however, expect a moderate prospect in foreign lands and projects. Ketu's transit in Scorpio, that is your moon sign, the 1st house, can signal obstacles and difficulties in your path. The need of the hour may be to stay high on your confidence and motivations, as the course of your life takes in general may not be entirely favorable for you. Your health may need some special attention. This could ideally be the foremost duty at this time, taking care of your health, especially your head region. Obstacles in other forms too could come your way in your progress in various spheres of life. You may also have to be careful in your attitude towards other people. In other words, be realistic and try not to overestimate or underestimate their trustworthiness. You might also look less energetic and charming during this period. Doing meditation and prayers and chanting will help you to become more positive and motivated. It is quite possible that few of you may also be liable to undergo a change in personality traits. So, see to that these changes are for better. Try to utilize this period to stay more inclined towards religion, spirituality, and meditation to overcome the pressure of life situation which is going to happen during this Ketu stay in your Scorpio sign. So this period is going to heighten your God faith, belief, prayer and meditation and make you confident and stay motivated. Sagittarius, Rahu will be transiting to the 6th house. Ketu will be in the 12th house from your moon sign Sagittarius. 6th house indicates selfless service, day-to-day activities, competitions, debts, disease, enemies. 12th house indicates spiritual liberation, charity, enlightenment, foreign settlement, expenses, losses, confinement, etc. Rahu's transit to the sign Taurus, the 6th house from your moon sign, is a favorable position and may bring promising times for you. You could be working to your true potential and delivering high productivity, and in that process execute your task with lot of enthusiasm. So you can expect good progress in your professional field now. There may be challenges at workplace, but you should be able to handle these well thanks to your right decision making abilities. There are very good chances for you to get recognition at work for your performance. You may also turn out to be victorious in competitions and get rewards. Even if you happen to confront your opponents or enemies now, it is likely you may overcome them and emerge triumphant. You are also unlikely to suffer from any significant ailment during this period, so take care of your health. You may be able to repay your debts and settle them. At the same time, you could also incur new debts, so be watchful about your money transactions. There are strong probabilities that you would engage yourself in selfless service. Misunderstanding with spouse is likely, so this is the right time to reconcile. This transit could be favorable to you in many spheres of life and make you progress well. Ketu's transit into Scorpio, that is 12th house from your moon sign. This can instill spiritual inclination and make you lead into the path of spirituality. Those who are already into a spiritual aspirant can move towards liberation and enlightenment during this period. This transit is favorable for that. So be very cautious and conscious even about charity, because you may lack funds in the later part of the Ketu's transit. Those aspiring to go abroad may find this period suitable for their plans. Some of you may suffer from sleep disorder. There are possibilities that you may develop a sort of exasperation towards your life in general. And this attitude could add more fuel to your spiritual quest. But still, it is advisable to avoid, as this may bring down your standing in your familial and social circle. Capricorn, Rahu will be transiting to the 5th house and Ketu will be in the 11th house from your moon sign Capricorn. The 5th house stands for children, intelligence, creativity, love, romance, speculation. The 11th house indicates profit, income from profession, elder siblings, friends, social circle, fulfillment of desires. Rahu's transit into Taurus, that is the 5th house from your moon sign Capricorn, seems set to turn your life for better to some extent. You could feel more self-confident and feel satisfied with the efforts that you put in for your progress. The vast intelligence that you possess can come into fore now. That will improve your ability to tackle life situation and prompt you to act smart. You may be a bit more imaginative and creative than usual. Do not forget to consider the practical aspect now. Also, do not indulge in any speculative activities. These may be really very illusionary. Some of you may befriend or form relationship with strangers and people from far off place. Some may even visit a lot of foreign trips, tourist spots. You may also experience the result of past deeds and thus learn a lot of significant lessons in life. But even the eligible may not be able to hope for progeny. On the whole, the transit may lead you towards the worldly pleasure and enjoy your life. Ketu transit into Scorpio, the 11th house from your moon sign, Capricorn, is likely to herald somewhat tough time for you. Your hopes and aspirations may not get fulfilled. Thus, it will lead to dissatisfaction in general. The profits and gains that you make from your work or business can be lesser than usual. There are chances of misunderstanding with your elder siblings, whereas your attitude in general may not be good enough to sustain a cordial relationship with your friends and your family and also your social circle. Your interactions with others may not be very good. You may likely to have only limited friends during this transit. The condition may also ring true regarding your rapport with distant relatives. A few of you may suffer from hearing problem or ear related disorder. So it is advisable to stay cautious in this regard. Aquarius, Rahu will be transiting to the 4th house from your moon sign and Ketu will be in the 10th house. The 4th house denotes mother, comforts, higher education, land, property, real estate, etc. While the 10th house indicates profession, actions, social status, success, authority and public life. Rahu's transit into Taurus, the 4th house from your moon sign Aquarius, may usher in enjoyable time for you, though that may come along with its dark side. Comforts and materialistic pressure could take the upper hand, while you may lead a life of opulence with sophisticated lifestyle. Thus, you could be more inclined towards worldly aspect of life than spiritual side. You may miss the peace of mind that you usually enjoy in life because of overindulgence. You may have to be careful regarding real estate or while investing properties or doing any transaction with properties. Your mother or motherly person can have sickness and it may come as a concern to you. Safety is also one of the main factors you should consider during driving during this period. So adhere to traffic rules, avoid overspeeding, jumping signals, etc. You may get into kind of accident during this period. There are possibilities for few of you to get relocated to new areas. If you are planning for one, you can do this during this transit of Rahu in the 4th house. Students who are aspiring for overseas universities, Rahu is going to help you to achieve that. Ketu's transit into Scorpio, the 10th house from your moon sign Aquarius. More mixed result from this transit. You may feel more devoted to your profession and can perform your duties with much enthusiasm and zeal. At the same time, however, you may also avoid taking any big responsibilities. This could be a good time for salaried employees, professionals and business people too, as they may see progress in their professional life. Those involved in religion and spirituality oriented profession, this is the right time for you to become successful. Here it is strongly advised that you stay away from unethical and immoral activities, as Ketu may tempt you to incline towards all those kind of activities. A few of you are also liable to develop a kind of disillusionment in life in general, and this can drive you more towards spiritual path. Pisces, Rahu will be in the 3rd house and Ketu will be in the 9th house from your moon sign Pisces. The 3rd house indicates courage, communication, younger sibling, neighbors, media, short travels. 9th house denotes father, ancestors, boss, luck, fortune, dharma, long journey, etc. Rahu is transiting to the 3rd house, which is a favorable position for Rahu. You may be acting with courage when confronted with any situation or problem. You may also be more communicative, and this could increase the probability of getting new acquaintances quickly. This may also be the time when you will make frequent short journeys and become very successful. There are chances that you may develop disagreement with your siblings and colleagues, so beware while communicating with them. Some of you may even act based on illusionary thoughts, so you may have to be watchful about your thoughts and actions. It is also likely that your fantasy and imagination may supersede the practical aspect, so be practical. Stick on to pragmatism. There is nothing wrong to be ambitious, but try to keep your short-term goals achievable. A few of you may like to buy many electronic and telecommunication gadgets at this time, but can enter monetary constraints. On health front, you may require to pay attention to your shoulders and arms and make sure that you don't strain yourself in these areas. Ketu's transit into Scorpio, the 9th house from your moon sign, can be all about your spirituality. You may tend to act more righteous and ethical, both in personal as well as public life. This may help significantly in your spiritual growth. This may also be the time when many of you would start their spiritual journey and divine pursuits. You may not even entertain any ill feeling towards anyone else, and this can earn you handsome respect and reverence from others. Your spiritual urge will make you meet your spiritual guru with the stay of Ketu in the 9th house. You may naturally seek the blessings of your parents and elders. This may act as a catalyst and give rise in noble thoughts in you. Those longing to practice yoga and meditation, this is the right time when Ketu is present in the 9th house from your moon sign. Take advantage of this planet, Ketu in the 9th house. Overall, this transit looks like to be the ideal time for seeking the world beyond. Namaste.